On really busy days, all I could think about is going into the kitchen and making a stir fry. But because it's summer, I thought it would be fun to throw it into a lettuce wrap. And that's why I wanted to make today my Asian lettuce wraps. They're cool, refreshing, crunchy lettuce cups filled with robust flavors. They're everything you want in the summertime, and they're perfect for busy days. So come on, let's go into the kitchen, grab your lettuce, and I'll show you how to make these. You guys, it's actually really cool outside right now, and that's totally appropriate because this is the last episode for season 3. Simply Summer Fresh has been really fun. I think that it's been really easy and breezy and appropriate, but now we move on to season 4, so we hope you stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's get to these Asian lettuce wraps. You're gonna need ground chicken, ginger, shallots, garlic, lettuce leaves, limes, hoisin sauce, sesame seeds, salt, pepper, sriracha, sesame oil, soy sauce, vegetable oil, and assorted toppings. I'm just chopping my aromatics. I have 2 shallots and I'm just fine dicing them. And then I have 2 garlic cloves and I'm just gonna mince them up. I love that crunch. I'm running out of space. I'm just gonna move everything over onto my plate. And then I cut off a little chunk of ginger, peeled it, sliced it so that I can mince it. I'm just going for a tablespoon's worth. My arm's getting kind of tired doing this. This is more than a tablespoon. I always do that. This adds a little heat and warmth. Just gonna start on my sauce, and the base of it is hoisin sauce. Now hoisin sauce is just kind of like a sweet Asian barbecue sauce. I'm gonna use 4 tablespoons. Gonna add a little heat with some sriracha, 2 teaspoons. We're gonna add the salty element with soy sauce, so you're gonna use about 1 to 2 tablespoons. I usually like to start with roughly 1-ish. A hint of nuttiness, classic Asian flavor with a teaspoon of sesame oil. This just rounds it all out. I'm also going to throw in a little bit of sesame seeds, but this is optional. This is roasted sesame seeds or toasted. I'm going to hold a little back so I could garnish at the end with it. And then we're going to add a hint of acid with about a tablespoon of lime. This is my scientific way of measuring it out. I'm just going to kind of whisk it all up. It's going to be cooked together, so it doesn't have to be completely blended. And then we're just gonna head over to the stove with our aromatics and our sauce, and I'll meet you there. I have my skillet being heated, and I have a tablespoon of vegetable oil. And now I'm using a pound of ground chicken. Well, I'm kind of cheating because this is a little over a pound, but I didn't feel like dividing it up. I'm just gonna use the whole thing. I'm gonna season it very lightly with salt and pepper. Just let this go until you can't see any more pink. Make a little space in the center. There should be some oil left in the pan. If not, you can add more. And you're just gonna throw in your aromatics in the center. Saute it for like a minute or so, and then you're just gonna incorporate it into the meat. I didn't even really mean to do this on purpose, but I felt like this season I cooked a lot more Asian recipes. And I think it's because whenever it is hot outside, when it is the summer, I do want those refreshing flavors, kind of like bold, bright flavors without a ton of fat. That's kind of like what I crave. And I'm keeping it pure. I'm just making chicken. But if you wanted to, you can always add vegetables. You can add water chestnuts. You can add zucchini. Mushrooms would be good too. So I just put in a little bit more sesame seeds, and again, optional. At this point, it looks like that chicken drank up all my sauce, so we're in business. Now all I have to do is put it on my lettuce cups and serve it up. Easy. I have my assorted toppings here, as you can see. I have little thinly sliced radishes, scallion curls, jalapeno, carrot shavings. I just wanted to be fancy, so I just, did that. And then this might seem a little bit weird or atypical, but I'm also gonna add some slices of Granny Smith apple, some julienne. And this adds kind of like this crisp, sweet tart factor that I think is just so perfect with chicken. So this is the surprise element that really, really just works somehow. And let's talk about our lettuce. I have these little artisan romaine lettuce leaves, but you can use whatever lettuce leaves you want. You can use iceberg lettuce, Bibb, or Boston. But if you use anything a little bit thinner than these are pretty sturdy, you're gonna probably wanna double up on your lettuce because then all the fillings will just be too juicy. So I went ahead and I just pulled off my freshest, best leaves. The thing I love about this recipe is that if you wanted to, you could absolutely just serve it like this. Right here. This in itself looks so beautiful. I mean, if you invited some guests over, they would really just be excited to make their own little lettuce wraps. But for me and Joe, because he doesn't like to assemble his own food, I'm gonna show you a couple of leaves. He's like laughing right now and shaking his head, but it's true. What I like to do is just grab a little bit of the chicken mixture. It's still warm. We'll do some radish for this one. Some jalapeno. Let's do a carrot swirl. This one I'll do some green apple for crunch, some scallion curls. I mean, there you go. I'm just gonna keep plating away, but don't they look so gorgeous? So you can leave it like this and have people assemble it themselves. You could even do this, serve it out as an appetizer. I mean, I can't wait to taste this. Cheers to ending season 3.
Cheers.
Yay! It's on an easy note, really fresh recipe, and I think it's the perfect ending to season 3.
Oh, so clean and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Very summery, very light.
The first thing I taste is the warmth of the ginger with the sweetness of the hoisin sauce mixed with a hint of the freshness from the lime. And those toppings really round out everything together, add so much texture, crunch, and flavor. For substitutions, you can totally just make this a stir fry and put this chicken over rice, make a rice bowl. And of course with the toppings, I use whatever I actually had in the fridge already, but you can use whatever you want. You can even be playful with it and mix up some interesting ingredients. I hope you enjoyed spending time with us today and also for this entire season. Be sure to stay tuned for season 4. We'll keep you updated as much as we can. And remember to check out our last behind the scenes. We'll leave a link for you so you can watch the making of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to push like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you season 4. Bye.
Bye.
We both said at the same time.